Hi, Meteorologist Tony Petrarca in the Pinpoint 12 Forecast Center. Clicked on the Weather Now link on this Thursday afternoon at about 3:30. Lots to talk about. Obviously, tracking a tropical storm Elsa. In the meantime, we do have some showers off to our west, and actually some strong thunderstorms out across the Connecticut-New York border, Hudson Valley of New York. New York City. I do expect these to weaken as they approach this evening. There is a severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect for Connecticut. That does not include Rhode Island or Southeastern Mass. And the game plan is to have these storms weaken as they approach. In the meantime, all eyes on Elsa now on the Virginia-North Carolina border. It is a minimal tropical storm with winds of 45 miles per hour, but that doesn't lessen the the potential impacts here as far as high impact weather, heavy downpours, thunder, and some strong wind gusts depending on your location. We're thinking the best chance would be along the south shore, maybe getting some gusts on that kind of that 45 to 50 mile an hour range as the storm tracks northeast, making its closest pass actually on Friday morning. It's a quick hitter. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to see some sunshine breaking out by mid to late afternoon on Friday. So here's the breakdown as far as the three key things we're looking at: heavy rain, strong wind gusts, and ocean impacts. Heavy rain, generally on the order of 1 to 3 inches of rain possible overnight tonight through early afternoon on Friday. That's the reason why we have a flood watch. The potential is there for some urban flooding and some street flooding. Strong wind gusts. Well, what do we mean by strong? We're thinking gusts somewhere in that 45 to 50 mile per hour range, primarily along the south shore, offshore, and the islands. That could lead to some scattered power outages. And sometimes with landfalling tropical systems, you can get an isolated tornado. Now, the chance is low, but the chance is there. So we're not looking at something that is certainly like a widespread, highly likely kind of a thing. But there is a slight chance. And usually in situations like this, these tend to be very brief, isolated spin-ups. They don't tend to be these real strong ones that you would normally see out in Texas and Oklahoma. These are kind of brief, weak, and isolated, but that chance is there, and that's something that we'll watch closely, specifically Friday morning. Of course, obviously, ocean impacts, high surf, dangerous rip currents, Friday morning and into Friday afternoon. Even though the weather should be improving mid to late afternoon on Friday, the ocean will still be agitated. So here's the wider look on the satellite and radar composite, and you can see the center of circulation in between Norfolk and Raleigh, North Carolina. And this is the track, the forecast track. Really hasn't been a big change in the thinking from the National Hurricane Center as the storm makes its closest pass. Pretty much across southeastern New England Friday morning as a 45 to 50 mile per hour minimal tropical storm. And, the track obviously dictates the amount of rain and wind. And quite simply, along and to the left of the track is where normally you would find the heavier rain. And along and to the right of the track is where you find some of your strongest wind gusts. So just based on that argument there, you would clearly see that the strongest wind gusts would be across coastal Rhode Island, especially coastal Mass, the Cape, the islands, and Block Island. So we're getting real close, and we'll talk about rainfall potential here. This is overnight through Friday morning, and you can see that strip of yellow, orange, red, and blue indicating potential is there anywhere from 3 to 4 inches in that strip north and west of Providence. And elsewhere to the south and east, the amounts are not quite as high. You see a 0 for Newport. Ignore that. That's more than likely. That is a typo there. Newport, you will get some rain and probably up to a half inch of rain there. Power outage potential just based on the fact that well, first of all locations have the chance of a scattered outage on Friday, though feel as though the higher potential would be westerly Newport, South Coast areas, the islands, coastal Massachusetts, the Cape, and the islands. Gusts there somewhere in that 45 to 50 mile an hour range. So for tonight, looking at scattered showers and thunderstorms, it's sort of a separate weather system coming through. Looking at temperatures warm and humid in the lower 70s. And the stormiest of the weather in terms of rain and wind would be Friday morning, temperatures in the 70s. And what will happen during Friday afternoon is that it'll be windy, but not as windy as Friday morning. And we'll still see some scattered showers, but bottom line, we don't see the widespread heavy rain like we will during the morning. So stormy morning, some improvements during the afternoon, though not perfect. There'll still be some scattered showers and a bit windy. But clearly the strongest winds would be during the morning, and especially along the south shore. Bay forecast, no surprise here, stay in port. Obviously, southeast 10 to actually 15 to 25 knots, gust of 45 knots. Waves are 3 to 5 feet, and obviously the visibility is poor in heavy rain, especially during the morning and into the early afternoon. So wrapping it up, some scattered showers and thunderstorms this evening and tonight, and then the Elsa impacts on Friday, especially during the morning, up until about, say, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Once we get beyond that time frame, things should be on the improve, but the potential is there for some flash flooding and some scattered power outages along the South Shore during Friday morning. Keep it here to 12 News, of course, WPRI.com. Our newscast starts shortly at 4 o'clock, and then again tonight at 10 and 11. All right, that's the latest Weather Now update. Thanks for logging in. We'll talk to you soon.